Sons of Man, Chapter 4. The creation of the first earth and the angels. And the Creator said, "Let us fashion guardians for the works of our hands, that every part of creation may be governed in wisdom." In the endless brilliance of His glory, God conceived the first order of servants, angels. They were not made in His image, nor formed to inherit His throne. They were shaped for function, not identity, beings of purpose, each crafted to excel in a single divine assignment. They would be mighty, yet not divine, radiant, yet not eternal sons. Each would embody a fragment of heavenly design, strength, wisdom, dominion, light, but not the fullness of God. Michael was forged to fight and nothing else. His existence was warfare. Lucifer was woven from light, his purpose to bear brilliance and reflect glory. He later fashioned a second persona to house the deception he would birth. Though angels possessed will, the Creator would never force loyalty, for love without choice is not love, and obedience without freedom is tyranny. Therefore, God devised a mystery, the creation of a first earth, and within it, a test. Those who chose loyalty would dwell eternally in His presence. Those who rejected Him would be cast to the left side of His throne, a realm devoid of glory, cold with the absence of God. The formation of the first earth, before angels were called into existence, the Creator stretched forth His left hand and poured out a measure of His glory. That glory condensed and became water, a vast sphere suspended in the void. This water was unlike mortal seas. It was made from the only material able to withstand direct contact with God's radiance. Thus came the ancient saying, "Water is life." Every living thing would carry water as its core, for nothing made of dust could survive the presence of God without it. In the center of the waters, God summoned earth, sand, and soil, but this earth could not yet be exposed. If the dry ground were to escape the waters unshielded, the Creator's glory would tear it apart. So God spoke again, "Let there be an expanse." A firmament, a dome of unbreakable substance forged from the very floors of heaven, encircled the sphere of water. Only then did God command the earth to gather, and as land rose above the deep, the dome embraced it like a womb. Should the dome ever shatter, the waters would conceal the land from God's destroying radiance. Thus stood the first earth, barren, silent, unfinished. No sun yet crowned the sky, only stars and a moon to rule the heavens. The land was like a stage waiting for actors, surrounded by mountains, but empty of life. It existed for one purpose, to witness the proving of angels, the creation of the angelic hosts. Then God said, "Let the angels come forth." And from the breath of His command emerged 8 choirs, each innumerable, 10,000 upon 10,000. 1. The seraphim, the burning ones. Closest to the throne, beyond the 7 spirits of God, dwell the seraphim. Their entire beings are aflame, not consumed, but ever burning. They exist only to burn and proclaim holiness. These cannot betray the Creator. Should a seraph rebel, its fire would extinguish and it would cease to exist. 2. The cherubim, keepers of divine mysteries. The cherubim hold realms of God's wisdom. They guard sacred knowledge, not all wisdom, but portions of it. The wisdom of goodness, the wisdom of love, the wisdom of peace. And Lucifer guarded the wisdom of light. Unlike the seraphim, cherubim possess free will. From this choir emerged the first seeds of rebellion. 3. The thrones, the bearers of judgment. The thrones are God's armored seat, pillars of justice, unshakable and vast. They serve as the chariot upon which God rides, executing his decrees. Though Michael is now leader of war, there exist thrones whose strength surpasses him, imprisoned in the abyss for crimes unspeakable. A single throne could lay waste to armies. One stroke of Michael's blade can fell 10,000 men. These too possess free will, and some would choose treason. 4. The dominions, governors of order. The dominions command lower angels and maintain harmony in the heavens. They cannot override the will of others, but they can shape outcomes by influence. They are the architects of celestial order. 5. The virtues, weavers of power. The virtues distribute divine energy and oversee nature's laws. Through them, courage ignites heroes. Miracles bend reality. Thoughts leap across continents without words. If corrupted, they inspire fear, confusion, and despair. 6. The powers, guardians of the invisible war. The powers stand between humanity and the demonic. They battle fallen spirits of lesser rank and protect creation from corruption. Every addiction, obsession, or compulsive urge is the whisper of a fallen power, and the holy powers fight to break those chains. 7. The principalities, shapers of nations. The principalities guide cultures, regions, and leaders. They influence principles that govern societies. A righteous principality births prosperity and peace. A corrupted one can sway a king, a celebrity, or a voice, and through that vessel, poison an entire nation. 8. The guardian angels, witnesses of men. The lowest choir, closest to humanity, were given one task: to observe. They record every word, deed, and thought in the book of life. Never interfering, always present. Whether a man falls or rises, his guardian remains nearby, silent but watchful. When the angels received their stations, the first earth stood barren, waiting. No man walked it. No creature breathed upon it. No song was heard upon its fields. It existed as a stage of obedience, a proving ground to see which angels would serve the Creator's will, and which would seek a will of their own. For before the sons of man were made, heaven itself was tested. Thank you for listening. Subscribe for weekly episodes every Friday, 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.